anyone about my age and you start doing thunder, it will proceed into Thundercats out. I don't know how it wouldn't naturally do that. And yes, I have put off for a while to actually rewatch some episodes, and it was fun. I will be honest, I had forgotten so much of the plot. I remember like the imagery, I remember the adventures, I remember loving it, I remember action figures, but when I didn't really remember that Lionel was like a child in the adult body. I I don't know why. It doesn't come up often enough that that somehow stuck with me, and it makes the level of depth of the show when you think about it, like the lessons of immaturity that are kind of interwoven in there, like when you're going off into things very headstrong and when you're doing things very that was nice. Hopefully you enjoyed me smacking the microphone just then. Um anyway, all of those elements come out right away in those first couple episodes. So that in the show was something that I had sort of just not kept. And I can understand why the show really, really transcended and connected to kids and parents would support watching it because then you're ended up. So now you're getting the G.I. Joe into the episode, knowing half the battle messaging without it being so in your face because it was there as well. This is why I'm so against all of this movement to get rid of this type of show and advertising and marketing to kids. So actually, well, because there was also more that went to it than just that. Um, anyway, so the entire show, you have this. Well, I love the fact that there's also this muddled history of when things were created and when they were aired and what Leonard Starr was able to accomplish with the help of Rankin and Bass, which is a famous, Rudolph claymation type people, right? Um, it's really, really fascinating. And I love the fact that, Thundera, the planet explodes. They've got this journey. You set up some mutants and you're going to go to this place called Third Earth. So it's Earth, but it's not really our Earth, or is it? Like and you end up with like the mutants. So you end up with just like really on the nose characters and names and things like that. Like I really had kind of forgotten some of those elements. Obviously, I mostly remembered the core group and mumm-ra, which is a fantastic villain, by the way. And the animation is so so good on this show. I was really really impressed. So let's just hit a few spots to the show. Obviously, the theme song. You just gotta love a little bit of the theme song, right? Because you're just gonna get Thundercats are loose, baby. Um, and their designs are strange in the early parts of the show, and then um, you have so the sword is really cool because of the dagger, and then it grows into a real sword. So I got to be honest, right off the bat, you have something that's so cool. Every little boy would want one. Every little boy would want to be able to have something that is special for you and would give you great power. It would give you great wisdom. All of the things that you would need to tap into that is right there. Strong female, by the way. Just saying. Um, anyway, so this is just a setup of them going to Third Earth and what's going to happen. Oh, snarf. Okay, so I will admit this. Um, I had like actually like positive memories of Snarf in the rewatch. Oh, Snarf was worse than Slimer. It was like it's Snarf is so out of place on the show. It's such a cheap gimmick for the little kids, and it really wasn't needed. Um, yeah, it's kind of rough. But I love Lionel. Lionel's, he faces off, he faces danger, he does his thing. And the pilot episode's really pretty cool. They go into their little sleep. He's gonna save everybody, and they go to Earth, and he's like an adult, or at least in size, but he's a kid in the brain. So yeah, this was really fun. And we'll go in. Episode 2 is where you end up with Mumra, and you end up with a lot more of the dynamics of how the Thundercats are going to operate now moving forward. Here they're fighting some mutants. I don't know that I felt about the twins. They're fine. Everybody's fine. Slythe and Monkey and Jackal Man and all that's fine. But this is really about the Thundercats versus Mumm-ra with some other stuff that happens along the way. But like I said, I totally forgot, and I definitely have got these episodes sort of like queued up to watch with the grandkids because I think this is an interesting one to see how they react to it. And I just love the diversity of design. Like the characters, the lion, the tiger, the panther, the cheetah, really, really smart way of giving little nuances and little tiny things that make them all different, even though obviously the core elements are all there. Obviously, it sets up action figures, it sets up ships and things like that. Sure. But then you end up with this like depth of humanity and journey and growth and things like that. So fun rewatch. I have to be honest, a little tricky. I don't own this. So this is a little tricky for me to figure out. But I will say, getting a physical copy, at least on DVD. I don't know that I saw a Blu-ray listed easily. I'm sure there might be one. But yeah, we all have our ways. But yeah, so I wanted to get this off the list. And yes, we're moving towards the end of the year. Yes, there'll be some changes for Saturday morning cartoons. And yes, I hear a couple of you who are disappointed that I don't have a ton of commercials and stuff. That stuff's time consuming. I've been bogged down with time constraints, but we'll try to continue to evolve and bring some of that stuff back, even if it's for just a video here and there, that kind of thing. So bear with me. Love your suggestions, recommendations, and engagement. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your Saturday. Take in a cartoon or two. Take care, everybody.